Hey, it's Rick Growers and Smokers. I got this light sent to me here, and we're going to give it a shot here. It's a 630 watt Best of Grow LED. It's supposed to try and be comparable to the Gavitas and stuff like that at a way cheaper price. 2.7 mmols efficiency, full spectrum, 50,000 hours, dimming capabilities on there. The ballast does come separate. But yeah, it's a whole unit there where it's foldable and the whole 9 yards. So we're gonna walk you through here. We're gonna open this box up and take a look and see what's inside. All right. All right, here we are. We're gonna open up this box here and see what's inside. So we'll be posting more information in the video as we're going along here. And it looks like we open up one end and we slide her out. So let's see if I can take this unit and put it down. And there is the unit. It's quite large. You can see what's going to go. There's a cable cord. This is IP66 certified. So this is wet location certified. It's got a push, twist, lock pin. So it is the newer style. 110 volt here. That's the one we asked for. And we'll take a look at what this is all about here. They do ship the ballast separately for this unit. This is just the LED rack here. We'll get that LED. We'll open this one on top here. This one we already popped open. So I was wondering what this was all about when it was sent to us. And here's your card. There's some cables. Oh, there's your cables and stuff to hang it. There's some adjustment knobs. That's probably to tighten down your wings once you get them to the position you want. There's a splitter here so you can run several components off the same line. Here's your Cat 5 cable or your J14 maybe or something. I'll see what kind of cable that is. You get a couple cables actually. You get here the wet location certified cable and another one, and you have a direct wired cable. So let's see how this works here. So there's going to be a bit of assembly involved, obviously, but that's your ballast. A bit of weight to it. Beauty of it is we could mount this remotely and not create any heat in the tent, but we're going to throw this in the tent and we're going to see how we do for temps. It does feel pretty solid, pretty heavy duty. There's your dimming capabilities on the end there. You're getting 25, 50, 75, and 100, and then you got external. That's external to run your controller. 110 volt or 10 volt, I should say, controller. Here's your plug-ins and outs. So we'll have to take a look at that. We'll put this aside for now until we get it out to that one there. So here's all our cables and components. We'll take a look at those after, and we'll see how this all goes together. So we'll unwrap this bad boy here. We got some heavy-duty eye hooks on the ends of it because this thing is pretty weighty. I'll be honest with you, it's not as light as you would think. It looks like it is made pretty well. The heat sinks on the LEDs are quite large and quite deep. They look like they're about 1/2 inch deep all the way around. We got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fins on each. So should help with the heat dissipation so we don't cook the chips. You have to excuse me, I just built this table here. It's a fish filleting table, but it works at a perfect height to do some work. When you open her up, that's it. So you got 8 bars with you've got the IRs right there. You can see the IR chips right there. Let's take a little close up here. Take a peek. There's all your chips, and it looks like they're spread around quite well. But yeah, nice looking unit. Looks sharp. You know what I mean? Looks pretty slick. We're gonna get this back on here so you can see what's going on. Okay, so that's the component there. And now we'll attempt to put this thing together. We'll take a look at the instructions and we'll try and put this item here together. Hold on one sec. Hey turkey growers and smokers, we're here in the tent in the 5x5 Mammoth Pro 150 that we've been growing for the last couple of years. So we're going to try our 630 watt best of grow light. It's a 630B, OS630B is the model. They sent this out to me. They wanted me to give it a shot and do a little video with it, so I'm going to check it out, see how it goes, see what kind of yield we can get out of this tent, see if we can control the temperatures. Remember, this is 630 watts. We've been doing 630. This is our first 630 watt LED, so this should be equivalent to about 1,000 watt metal halide or a high pressure sodium in production, with a third of the cost in power. So we're going to open this thing up. It just swings open. It comes with these four, I'm going to try and be careful with this. It comes with these four cables to hang this. And again, this light fixture is a little weighty. Like, I have to say, it's not the lightest fixtures. I'm hoping that this is going to work well because it's going to spread the weight out, but it is quite heavy for this LED. So obviously the build quality is quite good, but when I look at this right now, this is quite heavy, and then we have to add that heavy ballast on top. So we'll see how this goes. So we're going to take these cables. This is what they give you. They give you a cable with a hook on the one end, and then you've got a little loop on the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to take two corners and we're going to link them up to the same ratchet cable up top there, and see how much this is going to give us in slack here. I think we can adjust the height of it by loosening this off and adjusting it maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, you just pull the cable and it'll come taut. So that's kind of interesting. So I don't know how you get it back once you I don't know. Anyways, I pushed it in, the cable got shorter, and now I can't get it longer. And yeah, you might not want to smoke a joint before trying to undo these things, because it is turning into a bit of a task here. Should be easy like pie, but it's giving me some issues. So I got to be careful here walking around my fixture. We're going to bring our ratchet cables right down here so we can lift it up off the ground once we get it up here. We're going to throw this one on here, and we're going to hook that on there, right? And then there we go. And then we have to throw another one on this corner. We're going to go around all four corners and hook on the cables. So this light fixture takes up quite a bit of space here, so we should have great coverage. And that's one thing that I've been noticing about these LEDs. When you've got these ones with these big, really wide patterns, what you get in your spread of light and your coverage seems to outdo, especially in short distances. It really outdoes the halide fixtures, or the high intensity discharge fixtures. And I'm starting to see what everybody else is talking about. If you're in a small confined space and you got your lights really close to your plants and stuff like that, then I can see why you would use something like this, because it's the coverage is just really good, to be honest. And I think that's what's been making the difference on my quantity. The size again of the buds just weren't there last round under the Pheno 440, but it was only 440 watts. So this is definitely a lot bigger, right? There it is. So with these ratchets, we can lift this thing off the ground. And right now, I just want to lift it up a few inches and see how this hangs up. Whoa, I just banged it around a little bit, but it's still holding. So yeah, we should be able to pull this bad boy up here. Okay, so their cables there are adjustable, so we're gonna have to find out how to get them adjusted a little bit higher here, because those are ratchet straps. Look at that, it's only like a foot off the ground, so it's not really working for me. Ours. So I think in theory here that you start pushing the cables, and the cables just start coming up. So I think that's where we're end up going with this. So yeah. This might have been a little bit easier if I knew that this was going to be the situation. So as we slowly bring up our fixture, let's start getting it to the height that we want it. They are quite neat, these little hooks, because they just feed the wire in, and it's the pressure on it that keeps it from sliding back down. So yeah, it's quite interesting how they're doing this. I don't know how I'm going to be able to release them afterwards. That I haven't figured out yet. But for the time being, we're just going to keep adjusting this light until we get it right up there. So we'll just keep working our way around. So, with their cables, it makes it quite difficult to get it up that high. So, yeah, now it's high enough that I can get under it. We'll see how. So, because now I've got the one side too short and this side not short enough, I am completely screwed at an angle here, because now the unit is tight as hell. So yeah, we're gonna have to play with this for a little bit to try and figure this one out. It's not my friend right now. It's not liking me. There's my twisted up whatever fixture. Alright, we'll see you in a sec. Okay, after a little bit of struggling there, I found out how these things work. There's a little collar, a little tit on the end there. You're gonna push that in while you give it a little bit of slack. You're gonna push that in, and then as you push that in, then you can pull the cable, and that's how it releases. Okay, so you're gonna push that collar in. It's almost like a shark bite plumbing tool there. You push that in, get a pair of pliers, push that in there, then you'll be able to slide the wire out, and then you'll be able to adjust again. So we've got it flat, not as high as I would like it. I'm going to try and see if I can get this thing a little bit higher, and so I can get some space out of this. But their cables there don't give it much room, so we'll see how that ends up working. We're just going to crank these up as high as they possibly could go. We'll see if we can straighten out this fixture a little bit over the next little while. But we've got great coverage in a 5x5. Like, that's unbelievable. Covers the whole thing. Take a quick peek here. It's going to cover the whole space. You can see it corner to corner. It's covering everywhere, right? So no, it's going to have ample coverage. So now we'll wait until this heater shuts off here and we'll restart. All right. So we've got our ballast here, right? And there's our controls. This one's going to be plugging into our light. This is into our controller, okay? And back here is our power one. So we're going to unscrew our power one here. It's a big IP65 or IP66 certified. So you can mount this in wet locations. You've got 4 screws here that are sitting on the top here, 4 studs. Those studs are for this ballast. So as you'll have to figure out, get them through the little slots there. And mount the ballast in there. We're going to try and be careful here. We've got the little tightening knobs here. But we're going to see if I can get 1 or 2 of these studs in there. And then we're going to take a look and see. I'll get a couple tightened up here just so we don't slide this thing off here and lose it. And we'll get a couple of these other ones in there. Here's another one on this side here. And move this thing over here. Jeez Louise. Well, this might have been something they say to mount it after, but I don't know if I would want to mount this after. It's hard to reach the span across all this here, and without resting too much using your own weight on the light fixture here. Just trying to get it in, so we're gonna see if we can fend this over here. There it is, I got that one there. I think we've got the, we'll have to see about this in here. Had 3 of them on. There it is. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna move this ballast over here to the center, or closer to the front here to give it a little bit of balance. And slide a little bit to the back. To the back, and there we go. So there we go. We got our ballast mounted. Here's our cable, right? This is to our light. We got 2 and a single roundish pin on the bottom. Yeah, goes like this. Pushes in there. That's it. Push, click. So sweet, those new ones. We're going to just lift this wire up here so it doesn't rest on the heat sinks. Now for our power cord. So there is an additional power cord with just a line out. So you can put your own plug on the end. This does up to 277 volts. So 208, 240, all that kind of stuff. You can hook up all that power to this here, but we're just running 110 here. And again, we've got another plug and play IP65, 66 certified or whatever. For wet locations, you pop the cap off the back. You look at that, you look at this. You give it a push, you wait for the click, and you're good as gold. So yeah, so there we go. We've got our LED light fixture mounted. Now we're gonna plug her in. Run it through our port here, where our temperature sensor is and everything. We've got our timer on the other side here. We sometimes run it out the back, but actually, do it. We'll run it out the back here. So the timer's just on the other side. We'll plug this in. try and see if we can get our cables and stuff a little higher. We're gonna go to the outside of this. Push cable out to the side here. We're gonna get that cable, plug her in. We're gonna turn this to off right now. Right? External and off. That external is for external control. I'm gonna go around the back side of our tent here. And we're gonna plug her in. So now we're plugged in. I heard a little click. Not 100% sure what that is, but we'll find out soon. We'll throw a couple of hooks up there just to keep some of the cables away. All right, are you guys ready? We're gonna check this out. Here's our 630 watt. We're gonna click it on. Boom, whoa, bright. And there we go. So there is our LED fixture, Best of Grow, lit up. There you can see all the chips, the infrareds. Okay, this is at full, 100%. The coverage in the tent is quite nice. So yeah. And here we'll drop it down 75%, ooh, 50%, 25%. And there we go. Now you can maybe get a better look at the chips. There you can see the full spectrum, the UVB and the IRs. You got a full coverage of that 5x5 tent, but it is quite impressive when you turn it up to 100%. Look at that, instant. So all right, stay tuned for us when we throw in some plants and we see if we can rock this baby. All right, guys, thanks, Best of Grow. Let's see how you do.